You rather be a side chick to an NBA player or wife to an average man?
No, it's a side chick.
The side chick?
You just know the expectations and it's more fun.
But why everyone picking the side chick though?
Because I think you could have more fun with the money, the experiences that they can offer. And so it's like, if you know the expectations that are there for you, along with having the money and the experiences available to you, that's why.
I'm engaged and I still hook up with my sneaky link. And it happened like 3 days ago.
And does the person you're engaged to know about this?
Nope.
She belongs to the streets.
No, it's crazy.
He's with his baby mom, so fuck him.
How many people on the roster?
2. My fiance and my sneaky link.
Okay, why are you engaged to your fiance if you're just gonna hook up with other random guys?
Money.
How much does the sneaky link give you?
15.
15,000? 15,000?
Yes. And I don't.
This guy.
He's my best friend's brother.
Have you hooked up with his best friend before?
I have. I also hooked up with his sister and his mom.
Why don't you marry the sneaky link?
That's a good question, actually. I haven't thought about that. I guess in like 2 years, maybe.
You're gonna divorce your husband and then marry the sneaky link?
Fuck him. What's he doing with his fucking baby mom?
Who gives you more money, your sneaky link or the fiance?
My fiance.
How much does he give you?
15K.
How about the sneaky link?
0?
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
I thought you said the sneaky link pays you.
No, the sneaky link fucks me good.
But the fiance doesn't fuck you good.
No, the fiance's too far away.
So you're cheating on your fiance with the sneaky link.
If I'm Dominican, it doesn't count. If I'm Dominican, it doesn't count.
That's crazy.
And my fiance is also Dominican, and I'm Dominican. We'll make you fall in love and then break your fucking heart and send you to fucking therapists.
Have you noticed that I haven't been speaking to you for the last 2 days?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Okay, so what do you have to say about that?
Can I get 2 more days?
Nice. That's not really a thing.
So you thought it was like almost a red flag that he was too nice?
I think I was just like not ready to accept all of that yet. I was like coming out of that, like a long relationship, a divorce. Like I was just like chaotic.
Yeah.
I think I needed some chaos first.
Yes. Meeting a nice guy that's actually going to treat you well. You're like, wait, can you pause for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Let me get
I'll
my
be
shit
back.
together and I'll come back.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, wait.
I am okay to finish my life being single. Being single.
Come on,
hey,
that's not going to happen.
I would rather die as a single man, having never gotten laid before, than wife up a lady who's absolutely contentious, who makes me want to sit in the corner of my roof, who makes me want to run out into the desert and die there.
Proverbs 21:19.
I would rather be single for the rest of my life, because that sounds so much better.
I think this is becoming more of a man's view in this day and time. My
Agreed.
son is 18, and I was like, you don't want to have a girlfriend? He's like, I don't want to invest time and money and everything in a girl that I don't want to marry that's been with all my friends.
I don't think people realize this is going to become extremely common, where men, like generally speaking, in their nature, don't really need other people with them. I mean, I can go to church. I have my boys at church. Like, that's my community. I don't need to have a wife. I definitely want one, but I don't need it. Whereas women in general, psychologically, sociologically, they need that partner. And when we find women who are single in their 50s and 60s, they're crushed.
It's pretty safe to say you've slept with 50 men for the majority of women and how they're dating today with sexual liberation and freedom, and I get to go out there and I get to live my best life, and I'm doing slut walks and all these different things that are encouraged in society.
What is a slut walk?
What's her name? Amber Rose's walk. It's a slut walk, right? And you go and you're taking pride in the fact that you get to have sex with as many men as you want. No, you know what that is? That's trauma projected onto other women that are traumatized, finding each other and making your bad choices okay. It's not okay. Not if you want a high earning, high value masculine man. If that's just your life, then do you. I'm not here to judge you. I don't care. I'm just telling you what you disqualify yourself from. So if you are talking from a space of, I've slept with 50 men, why? What happened to you? Why are you seeking love so desperately that now you have to give one of the most valuable things that you have to somebody that you barely even know?
Well, Sarah, a lot of people don't believe that their vagina is valuable. They just think
why?
it's just, but I get it.
That goes into upbringing. Why did nobody ever teach you that?
People can have a horrible upbringing. I know this from my own experiences. And then through their own intentional choice to heal, seek God.
Exception to the rule. The reality is most people have trauma. They never address their trauma, and they perpetuate the same cycle of life over and over and over again.
What is the minimum yearly income to be your future husband?
For me, it's pretty much like if I'm having to work, you need to be making more than me. So like for me, I bring in about like 100K. So for me, I would want to date someone who's making the same and up.
I said 150, but my husband makes more than that.
Okay.
So.
What about you?
I said 300. I'm in a very expensive area of LA.
What part?
West Valley.
Is the guy you're currently dating, does he make that much?
I have never asked, but
Well, what's he do for work?
It's a salary around that or more.
Okay. I mean, but you make good money, right?
It's hard. It's hard. I mean, what do I do with someone that's making 75 in LA? That's rent.
Be a sugar mama.
Absolutely not.
Be a little sugar mama.
I'm sorry, that does nothing for me downstairs.
Honey, this is the reason why feminism didn't become a thing until the last 100 years, because technology made and maintained by men is the only thing that allows you to believe you don't need men. Do you get that?
Wait. You're
Do you
trying to
get
put,
that?
Okay, what is your point?
My
Rachel?
point is that your belief in women's rights, you have to ask the men to guarantee your rights. Any rights you have are granted, guaranteed, and enforced by men only.
Fantastic.
And the minute they don't want to do that anymore, you don't have them.
Does it make it right?
I don't agree to the same paradigm as you. I don't believe in rights. I believe in duties. We have duties to each other. We have duties to society.
We have duties, but not rights.
to God.
We have duties, but not rights.
Correct.
As individuals. That's
Yes.
what you believe.
Yes.
Okay, I disagree. I
But
believe
what
we have
you
rights.
believe in is fairy tale stuff.
No, it's
only there, but it's only there granted to you by men. Do you understand that?
I understand that, Rachel. Do
So
you
then you'd better
understand-
be nice to
Do you
them, and you'd
understand-
better stop arguing that you don't need them, and we should have our own money, and you should have your own money, and we're all going to just live as individuals. This rugged individuality that you believe in doesn't exist.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Boogie. We're back with another live stream, man. Shout out to you guys for supporting your boy. You see the title? You see the title of the live stream, man? It's real, man. It's getting crazy. We have a lady here who's going to be doing the math of what it takes to actually to be dating out here. For some of you out here, you know, still looking to take women on dates and do the whole dating thing, relationship. Oh, I'm looking for the love of my life. I'm looking for my queen. The lady's going to, I mean, it's common sense. It's common knowledge that it's going to cost you more as a man to date rather than being single. And it may even be better to pay directly, like she's saying, you know, because whether you know it or not, guys, you're going to be paying indirectly or directly. And she's saying it's better for men to pay directly because it's a high return on investment. There's a higher chance of getting what you want. Because let's be honest, guys, no man is out here dating, taking women on nice dinner dates because he wants the woman to be his best friend, because he wants the woman to be like his sister in Christ, as if he's taking out his sister. We all know men are dating women they find sexually attractive. We all know men are dating women because at the end of the tunnel, they want to get some punani. Let's be honest. The whole thing of, oh, I just want to get to know her, bro. I just want us to be, you know, get to know each other on a deeper level. All that bullshit, energy and vibes, that bullshit. It's bullshit. Men take women on dates because they're hoping she will give up the punani at some point. They're hoping they can do enough things to impress her for her to give up the punani. So like the video, subscribe, send a super chat, cash app if you want to support your boy. I appreciate that. So let's get into it in the first video. And I hope my audio is good because we have a lot to talk about. All right. Buckle up.
If you're a man, go ahead and book that 304. I'm telling you, because it's Friday night. Let me guess, you want some, right? You're going to go out to the club. You're going to go out to a bar. You're going to go out with your friends. One of your friends might strike out. You might not. But also, let's see how much you done spent, right? Let's say your Uber or parking, 20 to 40 bucks. Then when you think about your drinks, you got to buy you a drink. 15 for the girl. She might want another one. Or let's say y'all put it on bottles or whatever, right? Whatever the case may be, you already came in. You're about 40 deep just from the car, right? The drinks, another 50 minimum, another 50. So that's $90 right there, right? Then you probably bought a new outfit, or maybe you're wearing the same thing, but let's go ahead and put $30 towards clothes, right? You might spill some wine on your white t-shirt that you wore out tonight. Now you've been drinking, you've been doing this. Now you're hungry, so now it's $20 for wings. One of the shorties that you're talking to in the club, she hungry too. So it's another $20 for wings for her and her friend. Keep in mind, you're doing all these nice gestures. You don't know if you're going to strike out tonight.
Yes, no guarantee.
You don't even know if you're going to get her number. And if you do get her number, is she going to text back? She might text back and then she falls asleep. Or she goes to another guy that she met at the club. Because chances are you're not the only guy that she talked to. So now you done spend another $25 on your Uber home. So now you're home, you're lit. Now you want to do something. But guess what? That girl's not answering, but a 304 whatever. But now you don't got no money because you spent it all in the club on a girl who's not even giving you no return on your investment. At least with the 304, all you had to do is put down about $300-$400. You got you an hour right there. Or you can get you a low end 304, $800. That's a whole night. And I say take the 304 route because if you go out to the bar or the club tonight, what are the chances that the girl that you meet is going to be on her own? And if she is on her own, she's probably a 304.
Also, something else she didn't add. When a man is spending money on women, taking them on dates, wings, drinks, things like that, the average man has to do that at least 3 times. So 3 dates, 3 at minimum. If she finds you good look, for whatever reason, if your game is that good, if you're good looking or whatever it is, the average man is going to have to do at least 3 dates. So let's say you're spending $90 on a date. That's including gas and everything she talked about. Gas, drinks, clothes. Do the math of everything, of how much money you're spending on this, on trying to see this woman. Do that 3 times. Now do that 10, 20, 30 times, because those are the number of women. Some men have to go on dates with so many women to even find one girl for one relationship. So if each woman is costing you 3 dates of $90 each, we're including gas and everything and tips, right? Imagine doing that with 30 women. $90 times 3 times 30 women. Because it's not guaranteed that the first one woman you talk to is going to be forever after that. It's going to be everlasting love. No. Women use men for free food dinner dates every single day. Now imagine doing that so many times. And that's the math most men don't do.
Say, go out and get you a 304, ladies. That's what the ladies just said. What y'all think about that?
I mean, I guess it really depends on what the guy is looking for. If he's going out just to find somebody to have sex with, then that might be the route for him. Because
but the thing is, all men are hoping and looking that for the punani at the end of the day, when they're done impressing the woman.
Females are not out there in the club looking like, okay, I'm about to go find me somebody to go home with tonight. That's not what's on our mind. So I guess it really just depends on what he's looking for. But that's crazy, $800 for a whole night.
I was about to say, is that the going rate? I had no idea.
Most females are not going out to try to figure out
somebody to take home.
Yeah, to go out to find somebody to take home and sleep with them that same night, at least not people I deal with. And let's say the 304s, and then they're going out to do their job.
I think she was selling herself. She would be a great businesswoman or accountant. She was keeping up with the numbers. How much they would invest. Like, why are you so invested when a man is spending on a woman unless...
Yeah, because she doesn't want men to just spend money for the sake of it. And this is what women don't like. Women don't like when other women open up men's eyes to the bullshit. So a woman like Mali would rather a man spend money on her, even if there's no return on investment, which is, let's be honest, which is most women. Most men would rather a man take her on several expensive dinner dates without him expecting punani. In other words, give me the attention, take me out, feed me, spend money on me. But if you're lucky, I may give you some punani. If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, I'll just move on to the next man, because they have several men who take them on dinner dates.
You're a prostitute. I think she was a prostitute. That's what I'm getting at, because why do you care what a man is losing, investing, bringing home as a woman, literally, unless you're on the receiving end? Why do you care? I don't think men should... I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell y'all.
You don't think
If y'all
men
are
should
that
what?
desperate, book the prostitute. If y'all have some class about yourself and are not that desperate, you'll pull somebody because, you can attract it.
I'm not an advocate for prostitution, but let me just ask y'all some questions. Considering what she said, right, as far as like what it takes to date, and then also what men are looking for and that type of stuff, do y'all think it's worth it for men to date?
No.
Yes.
No. Not in 2026.
Yes.
Why or why
Men are
not?
richer than ever and having more problems dating. It don't make sense to me.
Why
This is the
or why
richest
not?
humanity has ever been, yet women are struggling, which I think because we just have the perception we have too many options. Men are struggling because they don't want to come to the terms with, y'all have to compete with some women for resources. It just is what it is. But I mean, I don't know.
I feel like men are starting to be confused on who's a prostitute and who's not a prostitute.
I don't think they ever cared.
I feel like women that are claiming that they're not like that are like that, and the women who we clearly see are like that. So personally, I don't personally see the point of every man, and I'm not saying I'm repping for prostitutes, but if I'm looking at it from a male's perspective, I don't see what the difference will be for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the difference? Why do they need to date if they're just going to get a woman who carries herself like a prostitute anyway?
Mm-hmm.
They marry prostitutes, though. They marry them. Fatty literally just argued that point, how they marry them. Why do men are not that offended by prostitutes like women think? I promise to God.
Because men have no choice. If 80% of women only care about money, which translates to prostitution, some are prostitutes directly, some are prostitutes indirectly, because they all talk about, I want a man who's going to pay my bills. So if that's all women care about, what other choice do men have? Because even women who claim not to be prostitutes are going to be prostitute adjacent. So their friends and the mindset are going to be those same people.
Get out y'all bubble. Y'all would probably be disappointed, but these men are way more willing to settle than women.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think this is just another way to normalize prostitution, right? She's talking to the men, but I think she's really talking to the women. Like, these men, I'm telling them to go to the prostitutes, go sleep with the 304s. It's easier that way. You get your return on investments. And I think she's telling women to be prostitutes so they can receive the benefits of prostitution. I think she's talking to both men and women. And I think she's definitely promoting that whole culture. She's promoting prostitution. She's telling girls, she's telling girls to go out and be prostitutes so they can receive the benefits. And then she's telling men to go be with those prostitutes. It's just another way to normalize it.
Like, they're doing that.
Mm-hmm. They already do that.
What they're doing? What?
They're being prostitutes. Like, women are being prostitutes. The average woman,
men like it. Men like it. Men like it. Men like it.
No,
I mean, that's
women in denial of men's natures don't like the fact that men like hoes and prostitutes. But if you're realistic about human nature, human biology, men like the path to least resistance. What they don't like is y'all single women with no kids who they have to do the most to prove a point for. They like the path to least resistance. Males, the human male is the apex predator. They like the path to least resistance. Some men, I don't know what to tell y'all women. Like, they marry hoes every day, all day. Some of these women went to college. Some of these women went to college, and you know what? They're married. And you know what? They get their 10 years in, they get their alimony, and this man knows everything. He even knows some of them kids might not be his. But you know what? Who has a problem with the hoes? The goody two-shoes women who want to compete with the hoes instead of just be in your own lane. Don't worry about what the hoes is doing, and y'all won't even notice.
Oh my God.
So it's wrong that other women are trying to hold women accountable for being hoes. Is that what Mali is saying? Because it sounds like Mali is saying, let the women be hoes. So then which type of woman are men supposed to choose from? Because the best case scenario here would be to ask her, which type of woman would you want your son to have? Would you want your son to have a woman who's considered a whore, or a woman who's, classy and, doesn't open them legs for anybody, who got the money? That would be the classic question to ask her right now. But obviously it's only Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels likes her, so I don't think he's ever going to ask that question. But it's just crazy that how women support each other and want to support each other in terms of using men.
Don't have to be a hoe just because a man wants hoes. Like, I just really think we need to
I agree.
remove what
But
men
most
want
women care
here.
about what men want. I agree
I
with you,
think the
Aaliyah. I
men
promise to God, I agree.
making hoes because a lot of the women are hoes. So
Exactly. There's not enough good women to choose. As a man, if you're looking for a woman who's not a hoe, she could have been a hoe 10 years ago, and you have no idea.
Option is hoe or no woman. I think that they'll go with hoe. I mean, what's the other option here?
Okay then. So they don't.
What do you mean, okay then?
They will take a hoe over being single. A woman will be single over being a hoe or do whatever she has to do to get married. I mean, men care about self-preservation more than the women who are focused on hoes.
You just
why are
said
women
that the
focused
women...
on, but I don't understand why women care about what the hoes is doing and who the hoes are getting, to be honest with you.
Well,
y'all competing with your man for a woman is trying to take your man, most likely. Most likely. You might look at her as a hoe, whatever. That don't mean that the man is turning her down. That's my point. Y'all can sit here and say, oh, hoes are bad. That don't mean man is gonna turn them down. If they say this is the oldest profession, that mean they ain't been turning them down since the dawn of ages.
Just because he's having sex with a woman does not mean that he wants to be with her. And some women actually want to be kept. And so
and they make the women that's getting chosen.
A dude. But some of them are. A lot of them are. Like, if you ask a man what he's looking for, he's not going to say he's looking for a hoe unless it's for the night.
Facts.
And
then you're going to be looking like Derrick Jackson wife, wondering
tonight,
what the hoes got over her. So you either going to focus on what the hoes is doing and who they're getting, or you just going to be you and worried about you. And I don't know why women care so bad. It's not going to stop men from... This woman is really promoting men to go be with hoes.
Because it's cheaper and it's more direct. Because most women are hoes indirectly. They will say, oh, I want an expensive dinner date. They'll say, I want a man who's going to take care of everything, a man who's going to pay all my bills. But she has had several men before this so-called man that she has standards for. What does that make her? Because no woman just randomly wakes up at 35 and decides she wants a man who's a provider now that she's done with being a hot girl summer lifestyle.
And there are going to be some men who say that makes sense.
Because she is a hoe. I went to her page. So
I think she is too. I think she was promoting herself. I think she would be a great accountant.
Gold digger advice, how to actually find a wealthy husband. And that's all she's talking about is getting money.
Because she's competing with the non-hoes who ain't gonna get it.
It's a lot of
where to find the trick before the summer's over. This is what she does, and this is why she's saying what she's saying. But to her point, if you're a man and you don't want to deal with all of this, yeah, it's gonna be easier to go get a hoe.
Men like the path to least resistance, but women still want to be oblivious to that for whatever reason. She's saying what these men, how they would rather move. I don't know.
If they would rather move like that, why would she have to tell them to move like that?
Because she's selling herself.
And I was just about to say that, Aaliyah. If they would rather move like that, then they've got plenty of options, and they wouldn't be talking about how Western women are acting and how they need passports to go and find worthy women. If they wanted a hoe, they're everywhere. So why would they be talking about being passport bros if all they wanted was the hoe?
Because they can afford more hoes, y'all. They're not going to be passport bros to be good husbands. They're finding prostitutes or children. Let's be honest with what they're doing with their passport.
Wait, Wait, time out.
They're not just getting married in droves because they have a passport. When has that ever happened? Men have been having the ability to go overseas since like World War One. These men get up here every day and say they like hoes, but women will sit there and convince themselves men don't like it.
They don't like it for long term. I've never heard of a man who prays to God to give him a woman who has been with multiple men. I've never heard of it. Now, on the other side of the aisle, women want a man who can attract multiple women. Who has been, look at Chris Brown. Multiple women want him, and still women want him. Look at Nick Cannon, Future. But I've never heard of a man saying, oh my God, I can't wait to make so-and-so my baby mama. At least not in huge numbers. Not the majority of men are saying they want a woman who has slept around. So I don't know what she's talking about. Will men sleep with whores? Yes, they will. They will, because that's what that men will do, whatever they want to do. But long term, we're talking about relationships. Are there men who marry whores? Yes, but that's because that's who they can get at the time. If they could reverse it, and their so-called wife whore into a wife, the whole they turned into a wife, didn't sleep with multiple men, or wasn't doing OnlyFans, or wasn't a stripper, if they could reverse that, they could. But guess what? Even the men who marry whores, they expect that once they marry that woman, she doesn't continue being a whore. That's the difference. They don't expect, if they loved women who are whores so much and they married one, why don't they tell the woman to continue sleeping around? I mean, since they don't care, like she's saying.
Like sex. They're going to get it from wherever they can get it from.
Yeah, who's the easiest to get it from? It ain't going to be the girl who's trying to be wifed and let me hold my virginity.
But that doesn't mean
how many virgins are walking out here?
That game, but that ain't who they're going to be sleeping with on the side.
That's not the one that they're trying to take care of. That's not the one that they want to have their children with. And there are women who want to be taken care of. There are women who want to be protected. There are women who want to have children and be in
They
a
don't
home
want to
and
have
get you
children
there.
with their wives. Half the time they're not physically attracted to their wives. They're just with
She's
her so
talking
she can
about what
cook.
women want. Women want to be taken care of, and they
I
don't want
can't
to just
tell.
be
I think
slept
women want to
with.
take care of men.
What the fuck?
You said women want to take care of men?
I think so. Yeah.
What?
If that was the case, then there's a plethora of men to choose from to take care of. But women are always doing story times about how there's no good men out here and men want princess treatments and all of that.
They
So
say
no,
broke
that's not what
niggas
they
don't
want.
deserve no pussy. Wait, I'm confused.
The men just argue that the broke man is getting the most cooter cat. So
No, they don't. For a broke man to get so much pussy, you gotta be either tall, some gangster, adjacent, and I don't know, drug. You gotta have something about you as a broke man to be getting lots of pussy. There's something women really like. But even then, how many of those men are staying in those relationships long term? Because if women really wanted to take care of men, like she's saying, we wouldn't have so many homeless men. Women would literally just drive to the street where there's homeless men, pick one up, since they want to take care of men so much. So I don't know which world this woman is living in, but clearly it's not Earth. You know, she's confused about something. I don't get it. Anyway, let me just move on. Maybe I can continue because it's almost an hour video. If you guys want, maybe I can, react to it a little bit more later. But I got so many videos to go through, so let's hit the next one. Shout out to you guys for supporting your boy. I like the video. I really appreciate that. Okay. So I'm gonna go to Ilkan Ali and Fadi, and who are having melanin legacy, try to tell a woman why men shouldn't do their job of taking care of kids. Right.
I'm not. I'm just trying to understand because what's the difference?
His child is going to be his responsibility to take care of the
It's
child.
not his responsibility in the home.
No, you're the nurturer. No, you are the nurturer. You are the mother. You don't even have that much time to do that.
Hold on, y'all. The Jazz. All the
Well, I
women,
know plenty of fathers that have no problem with changing their own kids' diapers, and it takes. Hold on, wait a minute, Ali. It takes nothing away from a man to change his child's
It's
diapers.
his choice,
if
not
you
yours.
decide that you want to, if that works for you, cool. If that works for men, okay. I'm just saying that I would
know
prefer
that.
my
Yes.
husband to want to be in his kid's life in that way.
So my turn.
No,
my turn.
no,
Hold
but
on.
Ali-
Nepal, please.
Oh my gosh, Ali. So
If men had it in their ability, they would give the women the option to not work. And there's men who a lot of men would give you the option not to work. What is the option, Jazz, that women should give their man that they don't have to do?
wait,
Good question.
what is the option for what?
Most men, if they could, would give their woman the option not to work. Matter of fact, they wouldn't let you touch their car. They won't let you fix nothing. They won't let you take the trash out. You don't have to protect. What is an option where a woman will look at a man and say, you know what, babe, you ain't got to do that anymore.
Good fucking.
You ain't got to cook for yourself. You ain't got to clean for yourself. You don't have to pick up after yourself. You don't have to worry about your
everything that y'all been saying about Holly Berry this whole time. Then,
well, Holly Berry's not that good.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense, because in 2026, if a woman is going out to work, because the perfect man women want in 2026 is a man who can pay all the bills, but they can still work and save their money. So if a man is paying all the bills, but she got to chase her career and save that money, how is she going to cook for a man and clean if she's going out to work as well?
Girl, find a girl that is that girl and be okay.
That's about a standard, though. Why do you guys want to pick and choose?
Every man that doesn't
He
have
has
that standard, Melanin. Every man is not the same. Every man doesn't have the standard that he needs his wife in the kitchen cooking and cleaning like that. And it doesn't take away from his manhood that he doesn't require that. If you are a man that requires a woman, to cook and clean, then you need to approach a woman that is already in tune with being domesticated.
Every woman should already know that if you've been brought up in the correct household, and that's what you're telling them to realize. You trying to say all they want them to do is be fit, feminine, and friendly. Femininity comes with
cooking. That's what Daddy Samuel said. That's what Kevin Samuel said. He said all you gotta do is be fit, feminine, and friendly.
You should already know how to cook and clean. If you're fit, that means
all
you know
I'm
how to
saying
cook
is,
correctly.
we're not arguing, baby. What I'm saying is this: if you need a woman to cook,
we're not arguing.
Okay,
I said what I said.
What I'm saying.
Femininity,
If a man
cooking and cleaning falls under femininity. Cooking and cleaning falls under femininity.
No, it doesn't.
If you don't,
then why are there male chefs?
Yes,
then?
it does.
If
Yes,
being
it
a
does.
cook is strictly just a feminine trait, then why are there so many men that are chefs?
That's not.
Because women don't know how to cook. That's why. Because women can't do it right. That's why there's so many male chefs. That's easy.
I said that's a part of being feminine. I said that's a part of being feminine as a default. That becomes as a default if you've been raised with any sort of substance.
No, nobody is saying anything like that. I'm just saying Jay is already doing that. Jay who is
I like when Melanin shuts up the feminists. You see how she's getting heated? Shout out to Melanin, man.
Already doing that. If you need a woman that cooks or clean, because you can't sit here and say that cooking and cleaning is a feminine trait when there are literal star chefs who are male, who open restaurants and cook every single day, and that are cooking in their relationship. It does not take away the if you are a man, just wait a minute, Melanin, you get it. We get it. We got it. Enough.
That's not the same
all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. If you want a woman that is already good at cooking, vet a woman that does that.
Should be a
if she
default.
does not,
they should have to vet for that because it should be a default. It should be a default. No, it should be a default.
Oh my God.
I see what Melanin is saying. Melanin is saying that's the bare minimum, because women like to use the whole word of bare minimum. You see how women expect the man to already be a leader. She doesn't want to teach you how to be a leader. She doesn't want to teach you how to be a provider. For example, if a man and woman are in a relationship and the man is the default provider and there's a bill that comes home, maybe it's rent, mortgage, the woman shouldn't have to tell her man, hey, husband, the mortgage is due. The man should already know, okay, it's the end of the month. Let me pay the rent. Let me pay the mortgage. That's what Melanie is saying. As a woman, if you want this so-called traditional man, or if you have the bare minimum things men should do, You cooking should come part of you. It shouldn't be that a man has to seek out a woman who can cook and clean. That should be you as a woman. That should be a part of you. So that's what she's saying. And this one is saying, oh, look out for a man who can, a man should look out for a woman who can cook and clean. No, that should be part of you as a woman.
That should be a default.
Let's get one.
But it's not for everybody. Same.
One second.
Melanin.
1 second. Jazz, finish your point. 1 second, please. Jazz, finish your point, and then Melanin, both of y'all.
My point is this, Patty, because it's like you want to fight me, girl. And the thing is, like, you so fine. I don't want to fight with you, but you so ready to fight with anybody that isn't in alignment with your mindset.
The fact that you're calling it a fight, you're debating topics. I'm not fighting with you. I don't know you. This is the internet. I'm not fighting with you. We're online.
Okay, well, let me finish it. Well, then let me finish it. So what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this, girlfriend. Every woman did not be birthed in knowing how to automatically cook.
Your mother failed you then.
Can you let me finish?
And your mama failed
Every woman, oh my God.
I don't care. Your mother failed you.
Shout out to Melanie.
What's the best dish you can make? What's your signature dish?
Personal question, and I don't. That's a personal question. As a standard, you should be born to know from your parents how to cook. As a woman, you should know how to cook.
And it doesn't make a woman, a failure if she has to learn how. If she's with a man that she loves. Wait a minute. If she's with a man that she loves, she should be willing to learn to cook if that is what he requires from her. Absolutely.
No, she should already know how to cook if she's gonna get into a relationship or into a marriage. She should know how to cook. The same way women expect a man to be a leader. No woman gets with a man and expects the man to learn how to be a leader while already in a relationship with a man. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a woman looking for a man who's not a leader, but once they get into a relationship, she's gonna give him time to be a leader. They want the man to already know how to be a leader, to already know how to provide. Hell, they even want the man to already have the money to be a provider. They don't want to build with a man. So if women don't want to build with a man, why should a man get a woman who can't cook so that he can give her time to learn how to cook? That's bullshit.
But there are a lot of healthy, thriving relationships where this dynamic does not matter, where the man does not require a woman to always be in the kitchen, barefoot, half naked.
You should still know how to. Who said she was barefoot?
But it's okay. It's okay.
You make the most disgusting scenarios trying to prove a point. Why she got to be in there barefoot?
Can you let me finish?
Well, stop saying stuff that's making me respond and just like that's weird.
All I'm saying is you don't have to respond. You're choosing to, and you're choosing to respond.
I don't like what you're saying, so I'm gonna say something. I don't like what you're saying.
You can just be patient. You can be patient, and let me just say the stupid
thing. You keep talking like you did Ali every time he speaks.
Why interject? That's not intelligent. You smarter than me.
You don't like what you're saying. I'm gonna tell you the same way you want to do a man. You want to know the difference between me and you? I don't interject when a man is talking, but when a woman does it, I interject. I know my place. I'm interjecting on you.
So like I was saying,
how to stop talking when a man is talking. And maybe I'm gonna talk when you talk.
Like I was saying, if men require a woman that they're with to cook and clean, all I'm saying is make sure you know that about that woman before you decide to enter a relationship with her. If she cannot do that, she should be, and she likes you enough, she should be willing to learn. To at least learn. Now, if you're giving her a time frame, you need to learn how to cook 5-star meals in 2 days, then that's on you. If that's your expectation.
That's a ridiculous analogy.
But you cannot shame every woman for not knowing how to cook. All right?
Yes, you can.
Yes, we should, because it's such an easy skill to learn. The things women require of men take time, making money. They take skill. They take real skill. Being a leader. No one is just a natural born leader. You gotta learn it somehow. It's harder learning to be a leader because you gotta manage people's emotions, than learning how to cook. You know, right now you can literally ask ChatGPT steps to cook something you've never cooked before, and it will come out right. But to be a leader, you gotta go through different experiences, people challenging your authority, and you standing up and being able to control people's emotions. It takes real hard work to be a leader. So the things women require of men take so much time and hard work. All men say, shut the fuck up and make me a sandwich. And women are saying, oh, we can't do that. Seriously? So it's not.
That's a default setting.
You deserve to be shamed.
And every woman that does cook doesn't cook well. So it's just
and she deserves to be shamed.
Understanding.
What you talking about? If she can't cook well, shame her.
Yes.
If she don't know how to cook, shame her.
What is shaming gonna do?
She's not trying to hopefully put the fire under her ass.
Or you can just say, "Let me show you how to cook." Why you gotta pay somebody?
Always to coddle a woman in bad behavior is ridiculous. Y'all always want to coddle a woman in bad behavior and give her 50 million excuses.
No, you want to
but I never have for a man. A man got to be perfect.
No, he doesn't. No, he actually doesn't. He actually doesn't. He just needs to be honest. That's it.
He just be honest about things that shouldn't be known.
He just has to be honest and upfront about his needs. And you're sitting here saying that a man of good character shouldn't have to be honest with a woman that he wants to be in a relationship with.
She didn't say that.
Honest about what? Honest about what?
Whatever it is that he needs, it requires as a man.
Pick something, because things that are in the nature.
If I meet a man,
a man doesn't have to say.
Right
a man doesn't have to say. A man doesn't have to. Woman, if she's going to be crying because it's in a woman's nature. A man doesn't have to ask, are you going to be emotional? Because they know dealing with women, they're going to get emotional.
But not every woman knows
in nature.
Not every woman.
Conversation.
Melanie, not every woman knows. Okay, we can say something.
Because your mother failed you. Because your mom failed you. That's why you don't know, because you didn't have a mother.
Oh my God. Yes, girl. Everybody's a failure but you. We get it. What I'm saying
that's another personal shot.
That's saying is this.
Stay on topic. Stay on panel. I'm not doing that.
What I'm saying is this: if you want a woman that understands or that wants to cook, or if you want a woman that you need her to cook, just choose the woman that can. Saying that we should shame this woman, we should shame a woman who doesn't know how to cook instead of just showing her how to cook or asking her if she's willing to learn is counterproductive.
No, it's not. Did you guys just hear what she said? Men now should teach women how to cook. So you mean I should pay your bills and then also teach you how to do your job as a woman? How many women are out here teaching men how to make money? How many women are out here in 2026 building with a man? All they say, I'm never going to build with a man. He should be stable. So now men, on top of taking disrespect, because for some reason in 2026, women expect men to accept their attitude and their disrespect because they're emotional beings. But now men should understand that a woman can't cook and teach her how to cook for him. How many women are teaching men how to be leaders? How many women are teaching men how to make money so they can learn to be a provider? I've never heard of a woman saying, I'm looking for a man who's not a leader and who can't provide. I'm going to teach you how to provide. I'm going to teach you how to be a leader so you can do those things for me. This is some bullshit.
He shouldn't have to waste time to bully somebody. To cook. He got other stuff to be doing. Why did
that wasn't even my point. I want to get to my point.
If you don't want to learn how to cook on your own, you're supposed to be able to feed him all by yourself.
And if she doesn't know how to cook, move on. If she doesn't know how to cook, go to another woman. Oh my God, Melanie, please.
No, you shouldn't have to tell her nothing. No, that's dumb.
If the woman is not willing to learn how to cook, if she doesn't know how to cook, that man has a choice to leave that woman the fuck alone. And what I'm saying is,
no, you relax. It should be automatic default that she knows how to cook. It should be default.
Okay, and if
it's not a default, your household failed. Your household failed. If it's not a default, your household failed.
Okay, great. She's a failure if she doesn't know how to cook. Great, got it.
Her household failure.
If you, girl, we get it. My point is this: if you are a man that requires that, and she is not coming with that, you have a choice. You have a choice to not. If it wasn't her default, and you know that it wasn't her default,
her mother failed her.
Okay, she failed her. So that man has a choice. So that man has a choice to not deal with that failure of a woman. And all I'm saying is, be honest about what you want. If a man requires multiple women, a woman does not know.
A woman should know that already.
A woman does not know.
Do you have to tell a man to not know how to fix things and be a provider and be a leader and cover you and get up at night when we hear something rustling downstairs? Do you have to tell a man that, or is that by default?
So
that's shout out to Melanie, and that's what I've been saying. Women never teach men how to be providers. They expect men to already know how to be providers. Hell, they expect you to be making 6 figures ahead of time. They expect you to know how to be a leader. But Jazz is saying if a man finds a woman who can't cook, he should teach her how to cook. Like, what the fuck? So men are supposed to do your job. You want men to be finished products. You want men to already be tall. You want men to already be strong, to have, to be good in bed, to make all this much money, and you can't even cook. And a man is supposed to find you and accept you the way you are? Because that's what is happening here. That's what Jazz is literally saying. The men should accept women the way they are. And this has been happening for so long. Where women, even women who are overweight, don't want men who are overweight. Find me 10 couples where the woman is overweight and the man is overweight. Usually, if the woman is overweight, the man is in shape. Women who are overweight don't even want men who are overweight. Think about that for a second. But the women who are overweight always try to shame men who want women who are in shape because they want you to accept them the way they are. And in this whole discussion, I don't know if you guys noticed how calm Melanin is and how emotional and loud Jazz is. Now, Jazz doesn't like me, so I could give two shits. But the thing is, look how calm when Melanin is making a point, how she is. And Jazz is just screaming.
To give a woman
All I'm
excuses.
saying
Even
is
if her mom
this.
didn't teach her before she want to go being with a man, she should learn how to cook and clean and do those things before she wants to be with any type of man. You trying to make it a man's responsibility to leave her alone once he done already discovered she don't know how to do it later? That should be a default. She shouldn't even be there.
Yeah.
This
Are you sure it's last thing? Because it's never last thing.
It really is. Because
But it's not going to be the last thing because she's going to respond and then you're going to respond. Why not set the debate then?
Saturday.
Yeah, why not set the debate? 2 hours interrupted. You can finish your thoughts.
I don't know if that's how I want to spend my Saturday night going back and forth.
No.
Because this is not worth that. Because
so then why do you keep trying to finish your sentence if it's not worth it? He got
because you're not letting me finish my sentence, Melanin.
Not worth it. Then be quiet.
I
don't have to be quiet if you don't. So let me finish getting my statement out while you're getting yours. Like I said, if the leave it alone. Any man in the chat, if you retire,
it's not a default. Your mama trash. You know what? You don't know how to cook and clean. Your mama was trash. I don't care.
Do y'all remember when they said it was the last thing?
You won't let me get it out. Y'all not.
It is what it is.
It is what it
is.
It's just, y'all not
I'm
trying to get my
don't every time Fatty and Ali were trying to speak today, you kept interrupting them. So I'm doing it to you.
Let's not do that.
You don't like it, so don't
interrupt what it is now. Damn, girl, we get it.
Jazz is always interrupting people. But when a woman, because one thing I've seen when people are having conversations with Jazz, she interrupts whenever she has a thought. But I'm just glad at least it's a woman who is standing up and not letting her get away with the bullshit. Because as you can see, the gentlemen are quiet. So it's always nice to see when a woman stands up against another woman. Because otherwise they would be calling it misogyny or you hate women. Why don't you let her talk and shit like that?
I don't care. Y'all been talking.
We got it. Okay, can I finish? Patty, can I please finish my together?
Hey, friends, let's go. Let's do this, right? 1 minute from let's do 1 minute from each one of you, okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend that else.
She's arguing me about.
Go ahead. One minute, no rebuttals, no nothing. Jazz 1 minute, Melanie 1 minute, and then I go eat some McDonald's because I'm fat. And thank you very much in the park for sitting pretty, looking at the.
I gotta do it. I gotta let them go. They gotta do it.
So all I'm saying is this, Melanin. You're right. Well,
talk in general because they don't want me to interrupt. So
okay. Just in general, you're saying that women are failures if their mothers didn't teach them how to cook. Okay,
yes.
Great.
Yes.
And all I'm saying is, if a man finds himself interested in a woman that doesn't have to cook, and he desires a woman that does, he should then leave that woman alone. He should not continue to pursue a woman. Now, if he wants to give her a chance to learn how to cook his favorite meal, etc., okay. But if he's not willing to be patient with that and requiring a woman to cook 5-star meals out the gate, that's not the woman for him. So he should move on. He should be honest with himself about that and honest with that woman about that. Like you said, she's a failure. So why would a man want to deal with a failure anyway? That's that.
Okay, are you done? Did she have a minute?
I'm not done. I'll let you know when I am.
Keep that 1 minute.
I'm
You
not
went on a whole
done.
monologue. I don't have time for this long
Yeah,
ass-
I like when Melanin checks this feminist. Because Melanin knows if he doesn't stop her, she's gonna go for 20 hours. You feel me? She knows if she doesn't step in, she's gonna keep going and going. Now, she's making a good point that, you know what, if a man knows the type of woman he wants, she doesn't have those things, he should move on. But that's the thing is, that's not how men are. Men know a man may have 10 things he wants in a woman, and you guys can be witness to this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually men can have a list of 10 things. But if he finds a woman who has only 6 things out of the 10, most men are willing to work with it, because men are not looking for perfection. They're looking for a woman at least who has peace, who has the fundamentals. Okay, she peaceful. You know, do I look forward to seeing her? You know, does she, you know, is she good energy? A few things. Okay, she doesn't know how to cook. Okay, sure, but you know what? She listens to me regardless. A man will do with that. But women, usually, if they have a list of 10 things, if you're lucky, you'll find a woman who has a list of 10 things. Usually they have a list of 20 things, but they expect the man to meet 21 things. Yes, you heard me. You heard what I said. A woman will have a list of 20 things. She expects the man to have 21 things. And even if, as a man, she thinks you are perfect in the beginning, so you meet the 20 things that she wants as a standard. If, as the relationship goes on, if you, for some reason, you fall all the way to 18 and to 16, she's going to leave. Or at least at the bare minimum, she's going to look sideways looking for the man who can replace you. Whether it's the money thing, whatever it is, if the list keeps going down or a few things you can't meet, she's going to think she can always do better. Yet men stay in relationships where the woman who was cooking in the beginning doesn't cook anymore, and the man stays.
Listen to men. Everybody said no interruptions, and there you go interrupting. I thought you were men, Melanin.
Fuck up now. She don't need a monologue.
1 second.
I didn't finish what the fuck I said, girl.
You're going on a monologue. Be quiet.
I don't give a I got the floor right now.
We don't want a
I got
monologue.
the floor right now to talk my shit.
No, you don't. A minute passed. I'm not shutting up no more.
You literally just said no interruption. So why are you interrupting?
I don't care about all that follow-up. I don't need a scenario on a story.
Why are you interrupting? Listen to the man. He said don't interrupt.
If you didn't learn it at home with your mama, that's the problem. A man should not be trying to worry about if you know how to cook and clean or not, because it should be a default. Period.
Fact.
You're saying the same thing over and over again, girl. I said
it is the truth. It is the truth. If you're a woman going into a relationship and you can't even cook, that's a red flag. It's different from a man who should be a provider but doesn't have the money, because money takes a long time to make. Shout out to Melanin. I'm always going to be Team Melanin anyway, until further notice. So all the haters, I'm sorry. All right, shout out to Bap Works in the comments. All right, let's move on, man. This was crazy. Guys, like the video. We have so much to talk about. All right, let's go. We're going to go to a whole different thing, a whole different video of women talking about how men should accept sexless relationships. And this really ties back to what we just watched, where women are saying, if a woman is not doing everything a man wants, the man should stay. But if a man is not doing everything the woman wants, she should choose herself. She should put herself first. That's what they always say. I want to put myself first, my happiness. Oh, I want to be happy. I'm not happy. I'm going to move on. But we are seeing how when a man doesn't get everything he wants, including sex, women are saying, accept it and stay. All right. So let's do that.
Wrong for a man to dump his girlfriend if she regularly turns him down for sex. Okay. Why is that? You got this.
Thanks.
You got this, girl.
Sorry. I mean, it depends on the context, but I feel like it should be talked about instead of him just dumping her straight up.
Well, so it regularly turns him down for sex. So
There
how
has
about
to be reasoning behind it.
well, here's the scenario. They've had sex. So it's not like, okay, she's waiting until marriage or something.
Mhm.
They've had sex. The sex starts to slow down. And maybe they're married even. And so how about this? Oh, there's this spreadsheet that, I've posted this before. Let me see if I can find it super quick. Would it be in the memes? Would it be in the memes? The spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet. A guy kept track in a spreadsheet of the dates, reasons, and whether he was rejected for sex or got sex. Do I have the spreadsheet? Tiffany, get ready. Get the Discord ready. Maybe I'm going to find it. I hope I posted it. If not, that sucks. I don't know if I posted it. RIP. RIP me. Did I post the spreadsheet? God dang it. I did not post the spreadsheet. Okay, well, whatever. He asked her like 30 times and she only said yes 3 times.
It's a lot of times.
Yeah.
Is there a reason behind her saying it, or she just didn't want to? And that's
It doesn't matter.
Of course, there's a reason.
There's always gonna
She's
be a
not
reason.
attracted to him. Yeah, she's not attracted. She's over. Like you, we already know when.
And then maybe she got over it. Then,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but she's
then
still
that's what I'm
with him.
saying.
But
it
she's
should be
still with
talked
him.
about.
Maybe she's comfortable.
Maybe she can't leave. Maybe she doesn't want to leave. Maybe she has the millionaire. Maybe she's like, whatever the reasons are. Maybe she can't leave because she can't take care of herself alone, or like you said, she doesn't want to be alone.
Yep.
So many reasons. So maybe you should ask her why the fuck she doesn't want to have sex with him instead of keeping track.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird. It's like he's setting her up, and that's why she's not having sex, because like maybe the vibes are off too.
But what happens if like I had a friend that actually went through this. One of my friends, she didn't want to have sex with her boyfriend because she had BB. And she thought that was really embarrassing, and I totally understand.
That's fucking disgusting.
It really it is disgusting.
Private.
It is disgusting. But I have to say, I think that might be
so many reasons.
Yeah, because like that's weird and gross.
I found the fucking spreadsheet. I found it. Tiffany, did it show up?
Yeah, but Discord.
Okay, ready?
Sorry.
Click on it. I think it's too zoomed in. Wait, click on it, Tiffany. Oh, okay. Man sends wife a spreadsheet of all the time she denied him. Scroll down. Okay, so I'm watching the show. I feel sweaty and gross, nonverbal. I'm exhausted. Yes. I'm still a bit tender from yesterday. I'm trying to watch a movie. I'm too drunk and I ate too much. I won't have time to get showered and ready for dinner.
I mean, it's scary how many men are actually in these relationships. Because the thing is, for all the times she said no to the man to have sex, he was still expected to protect and provide. So all the time she said no to sex, if somebody broke into the house, he was expected to protect her. If the bill was due, because this is the beginning of the month, right? This is June. This is in June, right? So if she said no on June, at the beginning of the month in June, he was supposed to still pay the rent or pay the mortgage, even if she said no for almost a couple of days in a row.
Can one of y'all read this? Fuck.
I just came back from the gym. I feel gross. Didn't shower until the next morning. Nonverbal. I have to be up early. Nonverbal. Yes. You're too drunk.
We get it. Anyways, you get the idea. So I don't know. Is it wrong though?
No, it's not wrong.
I mean,
you think it's wrong?
That
No, it's
spreadsheet's
not.
crazy. I think at that point she just doesn't want him
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, but so it wouldn't be wrong
No.
for him
that,
to
I think
break
it's
up
pretty
with her.
clear.
No, but what if she's
He
super?
actually kept track, which is
But
crazy.
how about this? What if she's like super into me, and every time she wants to have sex, we have sex. But say like the guy's sex drive, he wants to do it once per day, and she wants to do 3 times per week, and he's like, "Look, I want to fuck once per day," and she's like, "No," and he respects that, of course, consent, boundaries, whatever. But he's like, "I really want to fuck once per day," and she's like, "Nah." Would it be wrong for him to dump her?
No.
Yes.
Why? Why is that wrong? Why is that wrong?
Okay, because
He's respecting her boundary,
and
He
moving
If he's
on.
respecting it, why is he
Then why
dumping
is he
her
dumping
then?
her?
Yeah.
He wants
That's
something different
no,
from their
that's
relationship.
Yeah, because he's moving on to somebody who's gonna be able to feed his appetite.
respectful. That's
You don't have to.
that's respecting her boundary. He's like,
Does he want to be with her?
you can't. He does, but he also wants to have sex more.
And she doesn't want to have sex more.
Correct.
No. So
She's
then-
like hard no. Basically.
So then what happens to the respect?
She moves.
It's
on to
not
somebody else.
disrespectful to break up with somebody.
It's not. That's what we said. Yeah, it's not disrespectful. You should break up with them if your preferences
but
aren't this aligned.
It's not. Wait. Okay. So what's the issue, Fatima?
You should pronounce it better.
Sorry, Gillian. Fucking what's that show? Gilligan.
I've
Fucking
heard of
Gilligan.
that song
Gilligan's
in
Island.
middle school.
Gilligan.
Someone called me
Hey,
that.
call her Gilligan from here on out.
Every time I call her Gillian as a joke, she gets so mad at
But
me.
what do you guys think about that? Because I know they're going to a different tangent. Personally, I don't have an issue with a man moving on. The same way women move on when a man stops paying the bills. If there is no sex in the relationship, and we know that's the main component of relationships, I think a man should move on. You don't have to cheat. You can just move on to somebody who's going to feed your appetite, which is helpful because now you're not even required to continue providing for this woman who doesn't want to sleep with you. But it's just unfortunate how many men actually put up with that. That's just scary to me. And men don't talk about it. It's not until they leave the relationship that they actually talk about it. You know? Anyway, let's go to I haven't reacted to this podcast in a while. Maybe I should do that. But all right, guys, like the video. This is from Empowered Dynasty.
But some men are. And why do you expect a woman to be okay with? Why would I want to pick up a dude that's complacent?
But you know, on average, if a couple has bought a home and they've done better than the average couple, just so you know that.
Okay.
Just so you know that. I think people overvalue.
But that's not complacency.
No,
that's
but
someone
it is
buying a home is not cheap. So that's not a man
that's not what I'm
who's
saying. I'm just saying
complacent.
it depends on what we call norm and what's not normal. Because
Right.
ambition can grow as we get older. It can change.
But what
it
if
can
it
diminish
doesn't?
too.
But what if it doesn't?
Some people get comfortable. Some people don't, right? Some people want to
But
ride
we're
into the
talking for
sunset.
those people are. What if it diminishes? Then you're not forced. Again, your experience is your testimony. Your experience
so
is
let me
what
ask you a
you're
question.
talking about. To each his own.
So let me ask you a question. Could you date a man who makes less money than you?
Yeah.
For my ladies in the room, could you
I
date a
married
man?
one. What are you talking about?
That make less money than you? Raise your hand if you could date a
What?
man. For my ladies first.
Okay.
Could you date a man that make less money than you? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you can.
If you can.
I see one. I see two. I see three. Two. No, hold on. Raise your hand high so I want to really see it. Okay. I see one. Let's keep
Lisa,
going.
not today. Not
Okay,
no more.
2, 3. I see 3. Right? Now let me ask you another question. Same women, all the women. Could you respect him?
That wouldn't.
Genuinely respect him. I believe you. I believe you. I know you
could.
personally, so I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
I have my hand raised.
So she claims she married a man who makes less money than her. The question is he paying the bills or are they going 50-50? Or is she paying the bills because she makes more money?
Now let me ask you a question. To all my men in the room, raise your hand if you could date a woman who makes less money than you and respect her.
Men don't care.
The whole damn room got their hand up.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on,
though?
let me finish my point.
No, I have a question. No, this
Can
is
I
not
finish?
right.
Can I
Forget
finish?
that.
Can I
No.
finish? Can I finish?
Okay.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
To me, this shows that men, we love unconditional and y'all love with conditions. Yes. Not you. Hold on. Remove you because you said you would. So you're not them. The women that raised their hand that said they would love a man that make less than money than them, they don't count. Y'all like us. Y'all in our room with us. But the ones that didn't raise their hand, y'all conditional dating.
So why, when I raised my hand, you skipped over me? You don't think that
Because
I
I
could
wanted
respect?
to engage.
Okay, but you don't think I could respect a man who makes less than me?
You said it.
No, long term.
No, let me be honest with you. Yes, to a degree.
Q has this perception of me
No,
that
no,
I'm
no.
so wait,
Can-
no.
can I finish why I said it,
you
though?
spoken up, but you said.
Can I finish why?
Can I
Why I said
finish? Can I finish?
You asked me a
You
question.
have this perception of me that I'm a masculine female. That's what you said. That's what you called me. I'm
I call you
very
my
offended.
youth.
I know I got broad shoulders,
My
but
youth.
I'm saying,
Selassie
why do you think that I'm a masculine female?
You give that
Now that
energy.
we're in front of all these people.
Now we're gonna be fair. For all my men in the room, y'all here. Within a couple of minutes,
here we go.
Can we or can we not identify a feminine woman and a masculine woman? Raise your hand if you can identify that. Within minutes, we can see it. We can.
She's dressed feminine, but you can tell the energy is off.
See it, right? We can see something that's going to be combative. We can see something that's going to be argumentative. We're not saying a true man loves to be challenged, but I think a lot of women
no, not in a relationship. Nope.
Don't understand what challenging a man is. It's different because you can light a fire under a man with your words, and you can also suck the spirit out of him with the same mouth. A man's power is his hands. A woman's power is her tongue, her mouth. The way women speak to them, man, they speak like not life into them. They speak horrible. And I'm like, you're not going to motivate that man because naturally most men love language is what? Words of affirmation. So therefore, if I give you a gift, you get me mad, I take the gift from you. And then I say, here you go. You ain't gonna want it again, right? That's what you just did when you got disrespectful to me. You gave me my love language by saying, hey, I love you, and gave me my affirmation. Then when you got mad, you insulted and disrespected me. You just took my gift from me. I don't want that gift anymore. So now if I'm entertaining Tasha, because Tasha is giving me my gift, and it's not by choice. Love languages is how we are as people. It makes us feel comfortable. It makes us feel safe. Men, again, you can speak life into them, and you can also speak the D word into them. Literally, the way you speak to his spirit, especially when a man gives you his heart, it becomes tender, it becomes vulnerable. The only person that can hurt a man is his mother, his grandmother, his daughter, and the woman he lays in the bed with.
So you don't think that applies to women as well? I feel like everything that you're saying, you went kind of hard just now. You were spitting in the mic and everything. But you don't think...
See how she's worried about the wrong thing? And they always try to do this sort of thing. It goes both ways. That's her whole argument she's trying to make. But the truth is, it's even funny that men have to explain this. Women literally know the only way they can beat a man is using words. Women know that. And that's why women who speak softly and in a feminine way and never argue with men always tend to win with men, because they know that's how men receive respect. And I don't like the whole thing of love languages. I prefer respect. Now, I get it. Some people don't like gifts. Some people don't like surprises. Okay, maybe you can make a point about that. But I don't like the whole thing of love languages, because that's how women manipulate men, in my opinion. Because you may find a woman who's just a gold digger, but she's going to say my love language is gift giving or gift receiving. And now she's indirectly telling you, you got to spend money on her. And if you don't spend money on her, or you're not buying her gifts, then it's going to be an issue in the relationship. That's why I don't like to use the whole love languages and zodiac signs. To me, it's a manipulation tactic that women use against men, because it's usually women who talk about love languages.
It's on.
I'm saying, you don't think that applies to women as well?
Can I be
honest?
honest?
Don't think that we want our men to do the same
Can I
thing?
be
Like,
honest?
you were so convictious about that. But
Can I be
again,
honest?
in my most calm voice,
I'm gonna be honest.
us too. What
I'm
is
gonna be
your
honest.
No, because most men don't speak negatively towards their women when they don't like something. Most men don't want to be in arguments. Most men don't speak death into their women. Men don't even want to argue. They just walk away. If anything, men just get physical for the most part, which is not good. So most men just decide to walk away.
A man will naturally, in most cases, never sell his respect for economics. A woman, in most cases, will sell her respect for economics. I've seen it 1,000 times.
That's
I know
true.
women
I
who
could agree
physically
with
get
that.
abused. I know women who get verbally abused. I know women who will literally stay with men because of their earning. And I know not too many men who would do that. I know men who will leave a millionaire because of respect from the dollar heir. That means we clearly date and love unconditional. It's not about your earning.
So a man's what a man values the most from his woman is respect. What are the three
100%.
things that men value the most?
Respect. Those are three. I hope he says that.
Respect and respect.
Yes, there you go.
That's all we want. And look, the way you talk to your boss when you get upset, can I get some of that? Can I get some of that? The way you can bite your tongue and censor yourself, and then you call your man and talk bad about your boss, but you won't say it to his face. Can I get a little bit of that? Can I get a little level of discernment and respect? And
that's true. Most women respect their bosses more than they respect the man they sleep next to. The man who's supposed to protect them when somebody breaks into the house in the night, they respect him less than they respect the boss. Think about that. They will make coffee for the boss. But as soon as a man says, make me a sandwich, they say they are tired. You got your own two hands. I'm not a slave. We are equal. Think about that. Most of you guys are sleeping with your enemies right next to you. Now, maybe your enemy hasn't yet fully set a trap for you to fall in. Maybe your enemy hasn't connived you with your other outside enemies to take you down. But some of you are sleeping with your enemies and you don't even know. No, the signs are there, but most men are blind.
And think about what you're about to say before you say it, because you got to remember now what you do is, look, I'm gonna be honest. And my men, the reason why a lot of women don't understand, because y'all don't tell the truth. A lot of times y'all say things that affect us more than we give light. It affects us more than we give light. And a lot of times the men, they go sit in a room and they think about it and they ponder on it and be like, yo, she just broke my heart, man. And you might still love her. And your brother, he locked in because he knows it's true. You might still love her, but in the same breath, you're gonna question yourself. You're gonna start thinking about that relationship a little different. So sometimes what I don't like is a lot of times if a woman say, hey, I cheated, a lot of women be like, girl, I would have cheated too. Why y'all don't give that man that same level of grace?
Yeah,
I see why people step out on both sides. I can see why some women left the relationship. I can see some why men are. But I don't get to believe that men get the same level of grace when it comes to dating when we decide to step out. Most cases, a woman, he was horrible. Y'all don't be telling these girls they horrible. Some of these girls don't even know how to bathe good. Some of these girls don't even know how to talk good. Some of these girls don't know how to respect a man. Like, let's talk logical. And again, we can identify the issues that's going on with the men who don't grow up with fathers. But what is the issues of the women who don't grow up with fathers? You know what happens? A lot of the boys who
honestly, I've been changing my mind about the whole thing of women who don't have fathers. I've changed my mind. I'm saying, in my opinion, women who grow up with mothers and watching how mothers treat the father or how mothers treat the men in their life are more impacted by that than women who grow up without fathers. Because there are women who grow up with a mother and a father. But because the mother is so disrespectful to the father, the woman is literally going to grow up thinking that's the way it should be. That's why, in my opinion, it's not even about the father anymore. There are women who have fathers, but the fathers are disrespected by the mother. So that's what the woman is going to do. So for me, I think it's more impactful how a woman's mother was treating men. Was she cooking for the man? Was she respectful to the father? Was she changing men every now and then? So this is for the single moms. If the daughter is watching the mother change men every single time, if the daughter is watching the mother have multiple kids with multiple men, what do you think the daughter is going to do? Because in my opinion, women listen to their mothers more than they listen to the man, to the father, in my opinion. So I think that impact is more from a woman watching her mother, more than the father, more than having a father in the house, in my opinion.
With fathers, they become hyper feminine. A lot of the girls who don't go with fathers, they become hyper masculine. I don't need a man, so stay single. Men like to be needed. And again, our ego is our driving force. The way you speak to me it strokes my ego. It makes me feel like I can go kill a lion. It's the truth. But again, in order to understand, a woman wants to be told all the time, you're beautiful, right? She wants to hear that all the time, right? You look good. And we do it. That's their ego being stroked. Tell me I can take over the world. The same way we can speak horrible about a person, you show me who you are when you get upset. I'm just telling you that. Once you show me who you are when you're upset, I genuinely believe that. Don't tell me you love me after you disrespected me. One day, Face, you got mad at me, you bit your tongue with me. That showed me how much you love me. When I got mad at him, I bit my tongue with him. That shows him how much I love him. Don't get mad at me and disrespect me, then that's like we're going to go back to normal. No, you don't love me. You don't respect me. Because if you did, you would have thought about our relationship moving forward. It wouldn't stop at that moment. 10 years, 15 years, 7 years of us being together goes out the window because of anger. That means you're not a genuine person.
Yeah, but Q, we can argue that with women. I know sometimes we sit here and we talk about race, but as I was looking it up today, I don't want to get into the percentage with all my index cards.
Get into your percentages? Because I be cooking you with them stats.
It says that black men are at the top of the most disrespectful to their women, and black women are the most disrespected of the race by black men. How do you explain that?
Being fair
to you? No, hell. Where the fuck did she get that statistic? If anything, black women are the most disrespectful to men ever. Because in my opinion, black men are the only group of men who have been taught to accept disrespect from women. Because first of all, they grow up with their mothers disrespecting the fathers. So they watch their mother disrespect the father. They think that's okay. Their mothers, their single moms disrespect the boys. So the boys have been trained and conditioned to accept disrespect from women from when they are little boys. What is she talking about?
I genuinely believe that's on the both sides. I think,
but that's not what the stats say. It says that black men are the most disrespectful of
gave
the
that stat?
races.
Where does that come from?
I mean, I looked it up. I don't know
No,
where
I'm just
it's coming
curious.
from.
You gotta have a
But
source.
regardless of what,
I can say that tomorrow. Put it on Wikipedia.
And it says that we're the ones that receive the most disrespect from our men.
Okay, can
so
I
I'm
be
saying,
fair?
where does that come from, though?
I do believe that
because you guys want us to stroke. You guys want us to stroke two things. You want us to stroke your D and your ego. We can't do both. So I feel like you got to pick one. Like, what is it that you want us to
You
stroke?
wanna say it's a
While
fact?
you're giving us chaos, but I'm
Two
saying
people have fun in
while
sex.
you're giving us chaos, you want
You
us to
shouldn't be
give.
sleeping with people that you're not enjoying sex with.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. While you guys are giving us chaos, men want us to give them peace. So you sit here and you say you want us to do this and that, but some.
Okay.
You didn't say some when you
I
spoke
did.
before. You kind of said most
Just
women.
tell your friend that
But
she's not like that.
you want us
She's
to
one.
give you guys peace when a lot of y'all bring us chaos. So
Okay, let's
how
get
do you
into that.
explain that? A lot of y'all bring us chaos, Q.
Now, can I be honest? From a dating pool aspect, right? The one thing I don't like is most women do not, and they do not hold themselves accountable to who they're intimate with.
I'm sorry?
Most women do not hold themselves accountable to who they were intimate with.
To who they're intimate with? What do you mean?
Meaning they will complain about the guy they slept with and then blame the man about who they slept with. A woman is the gateway to sex.
Agreed.
She has the ability to say yay or nay. So the moment she say yay, that's your time now. That's on you.
Right.
If a man dates this loser chick, he's the problem. Because after sex, in most cases, a good woman wants a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So the man chooses the relationship at that moment right there. You choose the sexual encounter at that moment. So if you sleep with him, where's the accountability? So this loser guy, that mean you sleep fast. You get into bed too quick. Slow down. Damn. But I'm just saying, a lot of people, they move too fast and then they complain about the person they got in the bed with fast.
Right.
So therefore you only see, no one comes to a job interview and say, hey, I promise you I'm gonna be the worst employee on earth. Not only that, I'm gonna be late every day. Not only that, I'm gonna use all my PT and I'm gonna beg for some more. And I'm gonna lie on my kid and say that he's sick so I can get some more days off. No person does that. But when they get the job, they do it. But if what their job do is keep you on probation, people don't even do that in the dating world. They open up the whole damn house as soon as they meet you.
So are you saying that
Like,
as
damn.
women, we need to vet
Slow
the
down
men
a little
more? We need to vet our men more. You think that a lot of women aren't vetting the guys that they're sleeping with? They're opening their legs way too fast.
Can I say something that people get mad?
Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's about opening the legs too fast. It could be 20 years before a woman opens her legs, but if she still didn't do good vetting of a man, I don't think it matters. Also, I don't think women should be vetting the men. The men in their life should be vetting men for them. You know, the days of when a woman meets a man and then right away she introduces him to the brothers, to the uncles, to the father and things like that. Those days are gone. So now women, for all the freedom they wanted, they're making their own choices and then complaining about the same choices that they're making. You know, so I don't think it's going to get any better because women want to be able to make the choice they want to make, whether it's a bad boy, good guy, whatever they want to do. Usually they don't want the good guy until it's too late. But the whole thing of men bring chaos to them and men are not peaceful, does it happen? Every now and then. But I also don't believe that a peaceful woman is going to be able to accept a non-peaceful man in her life, because women and men are not as conniving and as manipulative as a woman. Because all a woman has to do to get a man to invest and to get him to catch feelings is pretend to be feminine, because that's the default most men want. So she can act feminine in the beginning and be able to cook and do all these nice things, be submissive in the beginning. And then once the man falls and is invested, then she can bring out the real her. So that's why I don't believe a woman can actually find a man who's non-peaceful if she's a peaceful woman. Because men can't really pretend to be what they're not in the beginning. The only thing men can do is pretend to be rich or to have money because they can actually spend it. But even then, long term, if they can't hold up, the woman is gonna find out very quickly.
Yeah.
I think most women these days are hoes. Damn.
That's true.
And listen. I'm gonna say this. Look. For my ladies who aren't hoes, you should be proud of yourself. You shouldn't be fighting for them hoes. Look, when you call a man a bum, I'm standing on your side. They bums. Y'all get offended when it's not you. That's weird. Because the shoe fits, you wear it. If it don't fit, why are you getting offended?
Right.
I don't get mad when a room full of people say people are bums because I'm not a bum. I take care of my kids. When you get offended, because the truth hurts. So reality is you shouldn't even get offended. It shouldn't even be bothering you. You be like, yeah, they hoes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because if you know you're not like that, why are you getting mad? And why you feel to defend them? We got to stand on it together. If you call out men, say, I stand with you. But the fact of the matter is, I don't get stood with when I talk bad about women and tell the truth about women.
Because when you say most, I just feel like you get mad if I don't speak for most women. I don't think I have, but I don't think I have the hat to defend most women. I don't think I could sit here and say most women are hoes. I think that I do personalize it a little bit when I see my friends and my family, and I know they're not that. They're not. We'll talk off camera, but we'll talk about that.
How are you gonna know your friends are not hoes? That never makes sense to me. Because one thing I know about men, if a man is doing his dirt, men like to talk to their homeboys. Hey, bro, I got this chick. Oh, I got this. Men will talk amongst each other. So they will know who the player is. They will know the man who likes to chase women. They will know amongst themselves. But when a woman is sleeping with multiple men, she never tells her homegirls, hey, this week I've slept with 5 men. Now one thing they would say, I've gone out with 5 different men want me. They took me on dates. But they never say I went out with 5 different men and I slept with them. Women never tell each other the extra step of sleeping with these men. So how would you know your friends are whores if y'all never tell each other the actual truth?
How many hoes off camera?
I'm saying I can't speak for most women, but what do you feel like constitutes a hoe? What makes a hoe? I'm asking you. I'm asking you. What makes a hoe? Is it just someone who opens their leg up? I'm asking you. What makes a hoe?
Okay.
What makes a hoe a hoe?
I'm gonna tell you something. If you are an attention whore, you're still a whore. Because real men are not attracted to attention whores. We're not attracted to attention whores. There's a lot of women that run around, they're attention whores. Not only are they very intimate, they're very promiscuous rather, they're attention whores. Right? The other day, me and you had a conversation about a particular girl. Attention whore. Not attracted to that. Yuck. Because again, when I step out in the real world, that's what's representing me. See, the issue is what I love about my grandmother generation. We talk about the old school men, but these modern women want old school men. That don't even make no goddamn sense.
But a lot of y'all men are attracted to hoes, though. That's what y'all attracted to.
They don't get rings in marriage.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I don't think they're attracted. No man wakes up in the morning and tells God, I'm looking for a woman to marry. Please send me a woman who's a whore. No man says that. Now, if they can't get the woman to marry, they may sleep with a whore. And they may sleep with a whore and maybe finally fall in love with a whore and try to wife her. But even after they wife her, they want her to stop being a whore. So do they really love whores, or are they just trying to turn the whore into a housewife?
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be fair. All my men in the room, let's be honest. And I want to see who's going to lie, who's going to tell the truth. I'm going to raise my hand first. Most men do not marry or date the most beautiful woman they ever been intimate with. Let me say that again. Let's see who's going to be honest. Most men do not marry and date the most beautiful woman we've ever been intimate with. What we do is we marry and date the best overall woman we've ever met. And that's a harsh reality. We date the best overall woman. We do not marry and date. Most men are married to modest and average looking women.
That's true.
Most of those girls who want to be, what is the new term that you call, Tyler? They call girls? 304s, and the other term is what? Baddies?
Yeah.
They're single and promiscuous. They don't get men. They get sex.
They do get men.
No, they get checks. They're prostitutes. They don't get nothing more than that. It's just a harsh reality. So again, Michelle Obama ain't represent herself like that. She's not. These are the women that we should be more so idolize it. And the reason why I'm hard on women, I come from a single mother of 6, right?
Damn.
And I was a single father. That's my son right there. Give it up for my son, guys. I had my son very, very young, guys. I'm the youngest with the oldest son in the room or child in the room. I've been a father since I was 17 years old, 18 years old.
Damn.
Right? But in the same breath, I was a single father, right? And I was also come from single mother. So I've seen both sides of the coin. But the issue is what I loved about my mother could have been a whore. I never saw it. My mother never let me see it. I didn't see none of those things. And that's the one thing I value about my mom. She respected herself enough where she respected me, where she said, whatever I got going on in my personal life, it stay in my personal life. Go look on some of these mamas' Instagrams.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was my argument about women not having fathers in the house. I said it's more important what the daughter watched the mother doing more than even having a father in the house. Because usually women believe if my mother could do this, that means it's acceptable. If my mother could sleep with many men and have kids with multiple men, it's acceptable. If my mother could disrespect my father, it's acceptable. More than even having a father in the house. That was my argument. So the whole thing of women who don't have fathers in the house, I'm not on that. Does it matter to some extent? Yes, but I'm not really riding that wave anymore. I'm more on the side of what was the woman's mother doing? What was the woman's mother like? Is she married? Did she ever stay with men long term? Does she have kids with multiple men? That's more than likely what the woman is going to be doing as well, in my opinion. But anyway, shout out to Empowered Dynasty, man. Great content, great podcast. Shout out to you guys for supporting, man. Like the video. I got more videos for you guys, man. We have so much to talk about. Maybe we should go to Hamp. DJ Hamp. This might be risky. You guys probably know that already. Hold on. So they were talking about women being loud and disrespecting men. All right, so let's do that.
We can be very petty. I see it, often with men. If we take a certain tone or we feel like something is needed to be defended, we take offense to certain things and we're just like, we kind of get loose with our lips. But yeah, I don't think it's just, I don't think it's just something that people say. I think it's something that's seen and that we need to get under control if we want the respect or we want to gain, the trust of our Black men. It's just my opinion.
Anybody else?
I don't agree. I feel like if a white woman or an Asian were to react to something the same way we do, I don't feel like it would be labeled as attitude. I think when Black women do anything, if they show confidence or set boundaries, it's always identified as attitude. I don't necessarily agree with what she said.
So you say necessarily. So you do acknowledge that there's a plight there? Or did you mean to say necessarily, or should we eliminate you saying that word?
Yeah, eliminate it.
Okay. Right. So you're saying you can say the same thing the Asian woman says, right? But when you say it, it'll be taken as more harsh, more abrasive, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely.
So you agree with what I said?
No, what I'm saying is I can give you an example. Me personally at work, I have a white girl that's a coworker. Me and her are like the same person, just in different bodies. And I can say something and she can say it in the same tone and it's taken totally different than when I say it. When I say it, I'm an angry Black woman. When she says it, there's nothing wrong or she just standing her ground. It's a difference. We said the same thing. We said it in the same tone. It's just taken different coming from her than it is from me. So I feel like we are labeled to have attitudes, but it's not necessarily an attitude all the time. Like you got times where we all have attitude towards anybody when it could be justified. But just because I say something or because I say it a certain way or I'm setting a boundary or I'm confident in what I'm saying or who I am doesn't mean I have an attitude. Because if a white woman or Asian did it, it wouldn't be taken that way. Or if a Hispanic did it, or she's spicy. It's a difference.
Go ahead, Rebecca.
Okay. So Jasmine, I agree with the fact that we all have our moments where we get angry or we get loose, with our lips and stuff like that. But the reality is it's not coming from nowhere. Like they're not saying it because they look at us and they just are now just saying these things because they never existed.
Yeah, because first of all, black women always tell men to be able. They always are proud of men who can handle them. They always say, "I want a man who can handle me." The mere fact that they say men should handle them, when men are saying, "I don't want to have to handle you. You're a grown-ass woman. You're an adult. I shouldn't have to handle you," and then they always say they want to challenge men. And then they say men are intimidated by strong women. That's the attitude people are talking about. But she literally just said that black men treat women of other races differently than they treat black men when it's come to attitude. When black men are literally saying they're dating races of other women because of an attitude problem with black women.
Look what's being put out about us, and it's put out in the worst way. You see it at the extreme, but that's what's being looked at. That's what's being the face of black women. Now that's where that truth is that comes to it. That's all I'm saying is there's truth to it because look at the behavior that goes out. Yeah, we could talk about other women. We could talk about other races, but the reality is we're always the face of that. And is it right? No, but that's the truth. We see it. We experience it. Even if it's not in our face, we see it all the time, all over social media and all over the internet.
That's true.
Go ahead, sir.
And the faster they acknowledge that, because men have been talking about this for so long, but they still don't acknowledge that. So I don't think they're planning to change. So the first step in changing is acknowledging that there's an issue. But sounds more as if she wants men to accept the attitude, which women have been consistently telling men to accept them for who they are, accept the attitude, and not change it.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh
Talk
yeah,
your
so
shit.
so I get what you're saying, Rebecca, but I disagree as well. I just feel like we tired. Like black females, we fucking tired. And yeah, maybe we don't mean to come off like that, but it's just like we take from so many angles. We take from our men, we take from these fucking crackers, we take from everybody, and then at the end of the day, it's like we're just left with what. So yeah, you make it a one-off, but that doesn't characterize us as a whole as just being these angry, bitter women that they paint us out to be.
Yeah, but that also doesn't say that it's not some truth to it. That's the only thing I'm putting to it. The fact that I think the majority.
Why I said I agree with the truth.
Yeah.
But you also said it's a reason. You said something like it's a reason, or look at the bigger picture.
As far as
so that's what I'm saying. So
the
if
internet.
we want to get to the nuance of it, why are we acting like this? Is because we're fucking tired.
Okay,
and that's
so you saying
you're a victim.
Is that what you're saying? Let me know.
I didn't hear the clip. It was on. It didn't play. What it is?
You're a victim.
He says, "Yeah, I'm not saying we're a victim. What I'm saying is we're tired of being the fucking victim, and this is the aftermath of it."
Didn't that angry black women thing start back in slavery though, when a black woman showed emotion
or stood the fuck up?
Right. So, like Rebecca, I like to an extent, like I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like if we do it, if we were another race, it would not be characterized as that, as angry.
So I missed your whole point when you started talking and just went off.
Yeah. So I agree that there is truth to it. Now, and the reason I say that is because of what's put out about us. Yes, we have our times, and I agree with Jasmine, as far as we have our times where we're upset, and it looks different or people portray it different than they would a different race. But how I see it is just what's put out about us is what makes people go to the defense about us. Now, obviously, I can talk to Saad, I can talk to whoever, and I don't get that. You know, I don't look at Saad and be like, oh, she's an angry da 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 da. Or
Yeah, because you haven't done something she doesn't like. But the moment you do something she doesn't like, then the attitude comes out. And what's funny is that the way black women talk to black men when they don't like something, because when they like everything you're doing, when they get their way, they are very nice and sweet. But the moment you do something they don't like, or even if you don't mean to, or if you can't give them something they like, they're gonna go off. What's funny about that is, if men treated black women the way they treat men, they wouldn't like it. They're going to say, why are you trying to be like a female? Meaning that they know the way they treat men is bullshit. If a man tries to argue with a woman, if a man tries to talk back, if a man tries to verbally abuse a woman, what do they call him? Instantly, they call you gay and sassy, because they know it's crazy the way they talk. And if a man tries to do the same thing, they don't like it. So they already know what they do is wrong. It's just that they're so used to it, they don't want to change it. You know, they play the whole victim of, we are tired. Tired of what? Tired of what? Because that's what you're saying. Oh, we are tired. We react like that because we are victims and we are tired. What do you mean? You can't just be an adult?
Look at anybody else because they're upset and think that they're just angry. I think that they're venting. They feel some type of way, they whatever. Now, that's why I said majority. I don't think that's who we are as Black women, but there is truth to the whole Black women, you know, angry Black woman thing. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
And the day that said Black women had the worst attitude, were they men, Black men?
Yes.
Yeah. And they said we had the worst attitude in the world. And have they been outside of the US or?
Some of them have. I know we don't use the word some, but I think that.
Oh, we don't, because I don't like to categorize, because I don't like to categorize. I feel like it's real ignorant. I mean, if we're talking about like the majority, I really don't know if I can speak on that either, because I really stay in a small space in my business. But social media definitely does portray Black women to be angry and ratchet and promiscuous and all of the bad stuff. But who's going to portray it? Who's going to show the good stuff?
So what because there's not enough good stuff to portray. And the women who do the good stuff don't even speak up against the women who do the bad stuff. That's the issue. The women who claim to be good women, who don't do the bad things Black women do, the women who are not ratchet, twerking in public, you know, crazy loud attitude, masculine, the women who claim not to do those things are friends with women who do those things. So they can't call them out because it's the whole sisterhood.
Heard was, this is the sentiments of the men that are courting and dating the Black woman. There's all I'm hearing, disqualifiers to justify. That's what I'm continuing to hear. Has he been here? Has he been there? It's not all of them, right? But this is a sentiment that has been shared overwhelmingly. We actually just also acknowledge the fact that there's a trope, right? Even in the workplace, where they see or treat or view the responses of Black women in a negative way. Saad said, we do it because we're tired.
Excuse.
But you know what that actually still means? The fact that it's done, but it's justified because of how I've been treated. And I asked, tired of what?
Exactly. I asked the same question.
Tired of what? What's happening that makes you so exhausted? What's this tired? Like when you're saying you're tired of Black men, what do you mean? We're not married. Who are you tired of? Don't have our priorities in order. So what are you tired about? Who else are you tired of? What's happening? Kira, what are you guys tired of? What's happening? Saul was saying that Black women are tired, therefore the behavior was acknowledged, but then justified.
Right.
Because it's a response.
Exactly. Eric, you're so right. What's shown on social media, it's reality. Because what social media did was show how people think. You know, so what used to happen in one town and you couldn't see what's happening in one town, social media can now shows you what happens in one town in every corner of the world. You feel me? So So I hate when people say, "Oh, social media is not real life." It is real life because people are doing those real things in wherever they are. They just have a device to, and I guess stupid enough to record themselves doing it, and then show to the whole world that, hey, listen, this is what I do. This is what I think. But anyway, shout out to DJ Ham. Shout out to Eric in the chat. Let's move on. All right. The favorite of the show, the favorite of the channel. Beef. All right. Let's go to the beef.
Just gonna say that I always find it interesting that the women who stand firm against the patriarchy don't understand that the very perspective they have about men's masculinity is derived from that patriarchal standard. Like, it don't even got to be a man whining. A man can be quiet. He ain't got to say much. Let him get home before you. He's sitting on the couch. You knew he got home at 2:00. You get home at 6. And maybe the dishes ain't been washed. Or maybe he just having a bad day. And maybe you'll give him once. But let that mess happen consistently. It's something that, unfortunately, don't know where y'all got it from, other than maybe like the media, that y'all don't like to see men in our humanity. We don't have the room to explore what it is to be human in all facets. Not with y'all. And it's unfortunate. But that's the truth. That's what men just live. Everything always comes from a standard of how you guys can digest masculinity. And that's why I laugh when I heard the term, just don't do it too much. Or, okay, just a little bit. It's always going to be that for us until you guys give us the room to really explore. Go ahead, Toya.
All right.
So can I just ask, is that why you guys, I'm sorry. Is that why you guys like go to other women or maybe, confide in just other women because they allow you to be vulnerable, like, side chicks and stuff?
Yeah, men will confide in anyone they know won't judge them or who's willing to listen. Because most women are not willing to, first of all, they're not willing to listen, but they're going to judge you. Most men know whatever you tell a woman, in 6 months, she's going to use it against you.
I could say that's one of the reasons. What I've observed is that, just like I think Willie said it, it's different when that woman is with you. Like, if you're my girl, you expect things from me differently. Whereas I can be the same man, but another woman is only getting the experience of me from maybe moments in passing. It's not intimate, but she don't judge you the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, yeah, that does open up doors for men to explore, because he's now able to, speak his truth and be unfiltered in a sense. I honestly think this is why a lot of dudes spend time at the strip club. And I didn't understand it before, but I do understand it. Because even though there's a dollar amount attached, them heifers listen. Like your whole life story, they listen. You got to pay her $20, but they'll listen.
You said like about like coming home and like once or twice, like things not being done and like a threshold for that. I kind of think for me with anybody, it's like, how many times am I going to explain something to you or have the same conversation with you before it's understood? So it's not really like, oh, I'm giving you like a certain capacity. It's just that on a human level, like if I keep telling you something bothers me, like I tell my friends, I say, if you got a girlfriend, right, and she got a dude that she's dealing with and you don't like her dude, and she's coming to talk to you about her, and you're like, why don't you just leave him and this and that? How long do you think this friendship is going to last? Like, it's not going to survive very long. So, like, if you know that this is a certain level, like this is what we expect, or this is like where we are, this is what we're doing, then it shouldn't be a problem. Like if I feel a type of way that it's not done.
Okay, let's explore that. Let's explore that. Fellas, for those who are listening, fellas, how many times that you're dealing with a girl, and no matter how many times you tell her to be on time, she's on time?
They're never on time. And that's the double standard. Women expect men to do what they tell them to do right away. Right away. She tells you, pick up your socks. You're supposed to do it right away. But she can be late whenever she wants to be. She doesn't have to cook whenever she doesn't want to cook. No sex whenever she doesn't want to have sex. And the man is not supposed to move on. The man is not supposed to complain. The man is supposed to understand she's an emotional being. You see the double standards? So they're complaining that they're tired of telling men things to do, or I'm tired of telling him to pick up after himself, or I'm tired of telling him to put the toilet seat down. But the man is supposed to understand that if he tells her 1,000 times, she may not listen, and is supposed to accept it.
How many times?
Every time. That's just for the simple. I make up front. I tell you, I don't play about my time. So if I tell you you have to be somewhere at 8 and you decide to not be ready, then I just leave you.
Shifting the topic doesn't give accountability for the point that she presented. You simply passed accountability and then directed a new question. But her point was directly to your point, which was valid, because you made a point about mediocrity, basically lower than mediocrity, that a person is sitting on a couch and there's household stuff needs to be done and they continue to let it be done. So she had a direct point for point, comment, and then you diverted to say, basically it was a passing accountability. But the gist of it is, I agree. First, if you want mediocrity or you want someone that has low standards, don't care about household stuff, get with that type of woman. But most women, who care about themselves, who care about their household, no, we're not going to keep having conversations. You're sitting here on the couch. Why do I have to talk to you about taking care of your home if you're there? Because you said it continues to happen. So I don't think that is a gender thing. That I think that has a lot to do with the type of person that you deal with and their character. If they're lazy, because I consider that to be lazy behavior, continued patterns of a person not taking care of stuff while they're sitting on the couch, that's lazy. But secondly, I was going to say to the other point, he made a point about the UFC fighter, which is an extreme point. And then there was another extreme point about a funeral. So the point that he made about the UFC fighter, he posed to the gentleman. So now I'm going to pose this question to you ladies. If your man had funeral stuff that he was going through and he was grieving, are you not going to be sensitive to that? Are there any ladies on the panel that's going to be like, oh my God, you have 3 months to get over this? Or do you ladies also offer sensitivity if your man is going through grieving? Because I think that's ridiculous.
I was going to say, I think, obviously, I'm sure most of us will say we're going to offer the sensitivity. However, I have seen where it's like, okay, you still go back to your regular scheduled program, and then you don't take into account those bad days. If that person walks in the door and they have nothing to say to you, or they just maybe respond in a way that's kind of snappy. Sometimes it's like you're used to, like, things go on and then you don't realize, oh wait, maybe because he's thinking about this, or I've seen that, and it's like it's out of sight, out of mind type thing.
I can agree.
Yeah, that's true. When a man is grieving, women expect him to get back on his feet. A woman can grieve and take even 3 months off work. But as a man, if you dare grieve, let's say you lost somebody, you lost your mama, you lost your dad, and you try to take 3 months off work, she's going to leave you. By the time the 3 months end, let's say you don't even have to be the provider. You could be 50-50. If by the time you end the 3 months, she's still around, then you're very lucky. But most times women don't give men the same time and understanding when men are going through hard things. That's why when men are going through tough times, they don't open up to women, because they know they're going to be judged some way or another.
Well, we got to walk this back, because T, you took my point and you didn't let me build, and that's fine because I want there to be an engagement. But you completely snowballed my whole premise that I was attempting to build, even though I get that the example wasn't adequate to what you believe. What I was trying to point at is the fact of the example that I use and I illustrated is that it removes the humanity, in my opinion. You went straight to lazy, you went straight to mediocrity, which I find to be interesting because I'm assuming this person is in a relationship with you. How they all of a sudden became lazy and mediocre, I'm not sure. I'm explaining again that most of the men understand this. Being with a woman, even out of your own conveying of your thought, has the thin performance aspect. He's man. Things need to be done. Why are you not being productive? And it should not have to be that way, in my honest opinion, because the same room is given for you guys being late, don't have no sense of direction. If there was no GPS, women would be lost.
Being obnoxious.
And I've yet to meet a woman who performed consistently more proficient than most men. Consistently. They need days. They cramp, they have headaches, they need to take naps. You got to feed them every 2 to 3 hours. There are so many things that go on with you guys just existing through your day. And the man shows moments of maybe weakness, maybe even ain't weakness, maybe just tired, whatever it may be. And you see that there is sometimes, you're just on the panel, so I'll use it as an example, a response of now you're lazy, now you're mediocre. And I used to ask women this, when do men get credit for consistency?
They don't.
Because the one thing I do see with women generally, when they mess up one time, they typically say, well, I don't always do this. But when you flip that, you don't seem to get that same type of respect on our side, what I typically see. And I'll learn.
When you're saying that they don't get that same kind of respect, like in what capacity do you mean?
I think that, just keeping it simple, when men are dealing with women, we kind of already operate with she's going to be inadequate and make a lot of mistakes, probably more than once. There's so many men that I meet just in passing that talk about their wives still spending more than a budget, and they've been married 13 years, 14 years. But he ain't divorcing her. That can be considered abuse. That can be considered inadequate. That can be considered retarded, because why do I got to keep on explaining to you that you don't need to go over the budget? But when you flip that, women say what y'all say. Well, I shouldn't have to continue to repeat myself. And it's like, interesting.
They don't give men any leeway. They expect men to be perfect the whole entire time. And I think this is something most men don't think about. They get into relationships. Because in the beginning, men are hoping the woman they know in the first 6 months is going to be the same woman in the next 12 to 24 to 5 years, if they stay that long. But what happens is that your woman is going to be the best for you in the first 6 months. If a man can understand that and you decide to go into a long-term relationship, then that's on you. That's fine. At least you know as the relationship goes on, your woman doesn't become better. She doesn't treat you any better than she did in the first 6 months. The sex isn't any better. As the relationship goes on, the woman doesn't offer you more sex. The woman doesn't understand you more. She doesn't forgive you anymore. She expects you to be perfect. Yet you, in the beginning, you're hoping she stays the same way the way she was in the first 6 months. So most men don't understand that. So as the relationship goes on, women are hoping you make more money, you spend more on them, you become more in love with them, you understand them more, you take their excuses more. If she can't do something, you should be understanding. You should be the understanding husband. But as the man, you're expected to perform. As the woman, she expects you to give her more leeway if she doesn't do exactly what you want, because you're together now. You should be understanding. It's just crazy. So as a man, think about this. Is this that type of relationship you want? Because most men think it's going to be roses and flowers the whole time, but that's not how relationships work. So shout out True for breaking that down. All right, guys, let's move on from the peeve. Let me see if I have another video for you guys, because we've been going for almost 2 hours. Yeah, let's do. You guys saw Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner is getting let me search here real quick. I think Brittany Renner is getting around I could be wrong, but I think she might be getting around $6,000 in child support. Let me see. How much is Brittany Renner getting in child support? Because she's saying she's going broke. Yes, she's oh my God, she's getting 5,500. Oh yeah, from PJ Washington. I knew it. She's getting almost $6,000, but she's saying she's going broke. How are you getting broke on almost $5,000 not working on a kid, on a small kid? But she's going crazy. She's complaining it's not enough because the baby daddy PJ Washington is making millions of dollars.
And I said, oh, all my resources are men. I wanted to correct something because I see the context. It was just taken completely out of like someone's asshole. A lot of people who could assist me in anything in life, whether that's a show, whether that's a podcast, whether that's streaming, whether that's whatever, any opportunities. Those people that could assist me are men. And most of the time, unfortunately, men are not going to just offer their help without any strings attached.
Why should they? Why should they? You gotta pay up.
So someone was like, oh, the reason she's back in Mississippi is because she lost her sponsor. And I'm like, babe, I'm my sponsor.
No, you're not.
Like, I've never liked men enough to use them. I've never been a sugar baby. No one's ever just like sat me down and took care of me in that way.
You're getting $6,000 a month in child support, Brittany. Stop lying.
I am someone who I've always gotten it on my own.
Nope.
And it's been a lot harder this way. I understand someone had commented on the chat like you should make an OnlyFans. I done already told y'all I don't care about taking shortcuts. I don't care about making an OnlyFans. I don't care about what can make me money. It's like there are girls who are out here literally prostituting themselves. There's ways to make money. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I just have no desire to sell myself short. I only want to do
one of those ways was the way you said you can sleep with athletes, have a baby, and get child support, which you did.
Things that feel assigned, designed, and aligned with where I'm going. So yes, when you're not willing to do certain things, your journey is going to be different. So yeah, that's just what it is. I'm like, I've never had a sugar daddy. I've never had some guy send me money and just, here you go do this. Like, no. I definitely am not someone either that's going to ask. And clearly I haven't been with people who just offer, which is fine.
She says she's never really depended on men. Do you believe that?
No.
No, because she gets child support.
I believe she may not have gotten it for free. I think that she's being careful with her words.
Yeah.
She's a liar.
Saying, I have not depended on men, as if to say, like, they haven't just given me money without me giving them something. But hasn't she been passed around a little bit? I had to Google her because I was like, I know this not the same chick I saw with her booty out. So I don't.
She's a liar. She's a fucking liar. I don't have to show my body for money. That's all her fucking Instagram is.
That mean she making money because she's showing her body on the internet.
Yeah, she could be
From the
doing it for
beginning
free.
of Brittany being
She could be
on
doing it for free like a dummy.
or Instagram, since the beginning, I would say that, like, even before she really like did all this extra stuff, she's always shown her body. That has brought her opportunities from men. So you're saying that you're not using men, but technically you might not have to go prostitute yourself, but you're still using your body to make
prostituting herself.
Yeah.
She definitely has dated celebrity men. She's written a book about who she's slept with. But when I think of a prostitute, I'm thinking of she's saying that I haven't slept with men for money.
Right. Give me the money.
So to me,
I don't think she
I
slept
would
with them
know
because she
that.
liked them.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know whether she
She's
has
an
or hasn't.
opportunist.
But I know her son's father, from what it seemed like and from what came out of her mouth before, is that he was willing to take care of her. She broke up with him and he was the one trying to take care of her, but he wanted to have multiple women and she didn't want that. So to say that you never had a guy offer or you never had a guy that was willing to do it, that's a lie. I don't know.
She's crazy.
And she took him back to child support court, but I think she was denied. because she already gets $6,000 a month in child support for a small kid. So I think she wanted like 25,000 or some shit like that. But because she has no talent to do anything else, on the whole time she's been living on her beauty, so now she's cooked. She's not even cooked, to be honest. $6,000 for a small kid. Any smart woman can literally just spend $2,000 on the kid and then 4,000 to use it on rent and other things without even needing to work, because most people survive on that with a huge family. She only has herself and the small kid.
Switches up. I don't know if she advised this. She switched up a little too much for me.
She was
Like,
Muslim 5 months
She
ago.
do everything for men. That's
over the
why.
place. It's
And
insane.
men be all over the place. So she's all over
No,
the
she
place.
was
She do it all for
Christian
men.
5 months ago. She was Muslim 10 months ago.
For a
I'm
man.
sorry.
She
She
said
went
it
back
wasn't
to
for
Christian.
herself. She said it was for a man.
10 months ago, she went back to Christian, what, 5 months ago? I don't know, whatever. All I remember, last thing I remember is she had her hair covered and she was with Kevin Gates, who is also one of those people I can't trust when it comes to his religious choices either. Because
I
he
know, I
married
agree.
someone
Because
named
he switch it up
married
too.
Brittany Renner, for crying out loud. They're both confused. But anyway.
Yeah, she just should probably stop talking like on the internet, because her advice and stuff that she get, I'm just like, what are you talking about?
I think she's aged out from what she was. She don't like. I used to think she was a bad bitch, but like just looking at her, like now she ain't really.
She's regular. She looks kind of regular.
said she
just
was
from what I
tired.
saw.
She was.
Most
Yes,
women are
she looks
regular.
tired. Yes, that's a good description. She looks tired.
She looks
Like
like
mom.
tired
Yeah, she don't look like
Prostitution will
she.
do that to you.
And then nobody.
She said prostitution will do that to you. I mean, she used to look much better when she was younger, but I think that's because she was more active. She used to play soccer, but now she doesn't do anything probably. So that can age you as well. But at the same time, I think because she was so used to getting male attention from celebrities, and maybe normal celebrities are knocking down her door in her DMs and willing to take care of her because she has publicly said she will use athletes and celebrities to get child support. So maybe those celebrities are looking away and turning away from her. So now she is dealing with the fact that she cannot pull the types of men she used to pull.
Nobody wants to fuck with you no more. Like literally, no one wants you anymore.
She's aged out, I guess, in the hope.
Everything that men told her was going to happen to her is
She ain't
happening
aged
to her
out. She
right
just
now.
talked too much.
No, she
Because
aged
if
out. Don't
These
nobody.
Virgos ain't aged out yet, Brittany Renner just talks too much.
Oh, there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna take care of her. You know what I'm saying?
But the last dude she was just dating was like not a dude who seemed to have, well, from what I can see, he didn't seem like no celebrity or a guy that had like money like that. Because she was dating someone, from what I seen a post like not that long ago, and I'm like, he just seemed like a regular dude. So she went from dating athletes and celebrities to now you're almost kind of having to date regular guys, because the
That's
guys
indicative of all.
don't want you anymore. Because first of all, they all know your past. You talk to, like Molly said, you spoke way too much about the men that you dated. Yeah. You wrote a whole book about it. So yeah, she's definitely aged out. She's not an ugly girl, but I think she used to be very, beautiful. In her prime,
but she's
was
regular.
Very cute, body was nice, but I don't know. She's just kind of past tense.
She did everything for men, and if men are losing interest,
yeah, because she has no other talent. She has focused on just using her beauty, and I think that's the disadvantage as a woman, as a young woman, getting extra attention from celebrities, rich men, if I might say, at a young age as a woman, and you don't work on building any other skills. So she was in so many rooms with so many rich men, celebrities, but she didn't use the opportunity to carve a path for herself. Because some women do it, the Melissa Fords of this world, there are podcasts and things like that. But I think she was more focused on getting the men rather than using the men in their own benefit, on her own benefit. And now the time has run out. I mean, she's still a good looking woman. She could still, get a rich man every now and then. But I think long term, because she has been too vocal and she speaks too much, and I don't think those rich men want that type of woman, she's running out of options.
ain't nobody told you to be no pick me girl. Nobody told you to do all that. Anybody told you to show no butt cheeks and be doing everything for male validation. Because now you're becoming irrelevant to them, and the women don't care about you because we ain't men.
Right.
You got to go live a
That's
normal
why I don't
life
understand
or
her
continue
saying
to
that she different. Right. That's why I don't understand her saying she didn't depend on men. Then who did you depend on? Because I know the women wasn't paying
men.
you. So
Mhm.
I only know about her because of men.
and she doesn't have a regular job, does she?
No, she doesn't.
I'm gonna
Who
ask a man.
knows? She's an
So like so
They're the only
then
people who follow her. What woman follows Brittany Renner unless they want to be
Apparently,
her,
be
or
her.
be
She
like
Other
her, or have
women
her
do follow her.
results?
she
Other women want to be like her, or other women who want to sleep with celebrity men do follow her because they want to learn from each other. Women like to learn from how other hoes did it.
influencing
Nobody
somebody.
I know
My
knows.
female friends are following Brittany Renner. Let's see. Brittany Renner.
I know, right?
now you got me curious. I'm like, who's
Look, I
following
don't know. I
Brittany?
might follow her.
Following her.
There's one.
I ain't
51 of
following her.
my
Is that her
friends
name
are
on
following
Instagram?
her.
Yeah,
Yep.
what's her
I don't
name on
know.
Instagram?
Shout out to her though, cause she make it through the algorithm.
But she's earning money. She's getting child support. But this goes to show you that looks like no matter how much money women make, it's never enough and they don't know how to budget it. You know, she doesn't like the fact that the baby daddy earns, I think, around what, 20, maybe 30, maybe 40 million a year, and she wants more than that. So she may have to actually end up getting pregnant with another athlete for her to be able to get the type of child support that she wants. Something happened to this Timberwolves guy, AE, because he's also going. I think he won that case. He was, sued by his baby mama for extra child support. Ant-Man, but the child support court said no more money for her. So I may even have to do a reaction to that. But anyway, shout out to you guys for supporting your boy for today's live stream. I'll continue. I don't know if I'm not. I think I'll do a live stream tomorrow. All right, I'll do a live stream tomorrow for you guys. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for your support. Like the videos we're checking out. I'll be back. Till next time. Peace.